Hello everyone. This is the second video of today and is about the third round of the tournament that I've been in this past weekend. If you want to check the first two games of the tournament, you can check in the description. There is the link to the playlist. And the first game was nice. The second one was nice, but I lost. And this is the third game, so I really wanted to win because, there are five games. Right now, before this game, I have I have 0 point alpha points out of two, and with 3 point alpha, you can not win the tournament, but win some prize. And So it was the last chance, let's say, to win, to have the hope to win something. I have to win this game, the one of the day later, and the one of the day later. There are other two games. Nothing. I will show you the game. This one, I am black. I have black. I am against 1915, and he I I'm preparing some new weapons for the tournament, but I have to say that with the work and with other stuff, I didn't have so much time to study in the past month, so I wasn't so comfortable on play the new things that I'm preparing. I can't spoil everything because otherwise, I don't know the first against me. I didn't want to play that because I wasn't feeling so ready to play those openings at this level. And I was usual French defense. So e6, d4, d5, e5, advance, c5, and after c3, knight f6, knight f3, queen b6, I'm trying to put pressure on the d4 pawn. He went for bishop d3. This is a setup. Here I traded because if I develop the bishop, he will trade, and it's not so good. I traded, he traded, and bishop d7, and now I'm threatening to take the d4 pawn, and he castle. Okay, so here this pawn is hanging, but is a variation that is playable, and also Topalov, the world champion. I participate in a simultaneous game against him, and he also played this, and I don't know why, but is a variation that is really difficult for me to deal with this variation. Every time I promise myself that I will study this stuff, and I never do it. So I shouldn't accept this pawn, but I mean, it's too fun, too funny. So I took it, and here the move that white should play is knight b on d2, and try to win some tempos in development, and try to suffocate black. But here he traded. I took and knight c3, and I tell you, I didn't remember this line. So I was thinking to take. I was thinking bishop queen b6. I was thinking a6, knight e7 to bring the knight on c6. I was thinking different stuff. Then I excluded queen b6 because I thought that he will just want to retreat. I excluded a6 because I wanted. I'm lacking in development, so I wanted to develop a pieces, and I excluded queen takes because then after rook e1, I have to retreat with the queen, and this pawn is hanging because the e6 pawn is pinned with the rook. And they didn't. I didn't think that taking this pawn was justifying the activity that I was giving to his pieces. So I pieces, and this is a this is an error. I should have played a6 because now he has knight b5. But I saw this. move. And okay, so the variation that I saw here was knight e7, knight b5, queen takes is forced because I have to defend these two squares because there is a fork. And after that, the problem is if he plays bishop f4. So I check g3 after this and queen f3. And my idea was anyway to retreat on the after rook e1, sorry, the variation to d8 square and to deal with the problems later on. So went knight e7, knight b5, queen takes, rook e1, rook b8, and after queen f3, that is preparing bishop f4, I have only one move that save me, that is bishop takes. So bishop takes, knight c6, and queen takes. And I saw this variation in my head, and I was thinking, well, I'm underdeveloped for sure. He has the bishop pair, so I have to defend for the rest of the game. But I'm still a pawn up. Uh, I'm still a pawn up, so I went for a trade. Sorry if my voice is like this. I said it in the previous video, but I have cold in these days, so my voice is kind of strange. I'm a bit sick. So yeah, I went for queen d6 because well, if he trades, I'm super fine with this. I'm a pawn up, and I'm just better. So I was thinking on queen g5 here, and I would have played h6, and after queen g4 to prevent my bishop from from the development, I would have gone for rook d8 probably. But he didn't play this. He played queen f3, and here I simply developed the bishop. And after bishop f4, queen c5, here I was really thinking on capture because then there is rook c8. So let's say capture. Here I would have trade the queen. And I was thinking on this because I think that in the future he can regain the pawn. Right now, I can't even defend it because there is a rookie one check. So here probably I would have played something like this. But again, after bishop e3, maybe rook c8, is only a matter of time that he will regain the pawn. If I castle, he can play this and he will regain the pawn. And we end up in an endgame that, well, equal pawns, but I think is a bit, practically speaking, is a bit worse for me because I have to deal with these two pawns. So, yeah, so he didn't go for this, and he went for bishop d3. And this was the moment that I was thinking that I could have win this game because I think that, well, yeah, he was a lot more developed than me, but after that, he missed something, and the fact that he didn't play Queen G5, he let me develop. So I don't know. I don't think he played in the spirit of the position that was just prevent your opponent from the development. So here I check briefly, and sorry, I castle. And after rook c1, queen b6, he played rook e3. And the rook e3 has a really sneaky idea because if I go, I wanted to go on f6 with the bishop, but I can't go right now because there is a check, and after take, this is mate, not mate, but I have to sacrifice a lot of material. I have to give the bishop away to be able to push f5. So here I was thinking even to let this sacrifice happen and to place my pieces in a way that the g7 pawn will be protected. But in the end, I just told myself, look, just play G6 and prevent everything. You are still up a pawn and you will play this position. And here he went for bishop h6, h6. I went rook d1. And after queen g3, I took because well, if he plays a rook here, I will just take and this is mate. So yeah, I took and he played rook e1, and here bishop c5 to put pressure on the f2 pawn, and I'm also looking for some trades to simplify the position. Right now I'm up on two pawns, so the endgame is winning. And he went rook c3, gf3, and knight d4. And here my idea was that if he plays rook e1, rook f4, I have bishop d6. And if he plays rook e3 instead, I have I was looking for knight f5, and after this trade, I was I wanted to take, but also to take this. And here I have just to be careful that I don't engagement, but the eighth rank is protected, so nothing to be worried about. And but yeah, he saw this and he sacrificed the rook because otherwise it would have been easily win for me. I took check cover, and after bishop g5, I cover the bishop. I protected the bishop and threatened the rook. And he went for this check, but after rook queen g8, I'm forcing some trades because now he has to protect in the rook. So he played the rook f1, but now I have uh, bishop takes g5, queen takes, knight f3 check, and after pawn takes, I can take the other bishop. I'm up a full rook and a pawn, so easy win. Here we played a couple of more moves, and in this position he resigned. So nothing. This was the game. I played this game with 97% accuracy, and if you take away the first mistake in the opening because I didn't know the opening here at this point. I think the accuracy of this game is something like 98.5 is absolute crazy. So, yeah, this was the game, and at this point I have 1.5 out of three, so really good score. Maybe not good for the first places of the tournament, but I mean it's a tournament in which there were the 30 between the top 400, 500 players in Italy at this tournament. And well, I started this tournament 38 out of 41. So at the end of the ranking, and well, 1.5 out of three is a good score. Good score, I have to say. Uh, so nothing. The day later, I will do other two games. I already did it, so I will not spoil you anything. But tomorrow I will publish a video with both games because the second one was quick, and I will only spoil you that I played against a master, 2270. And well, I will also spoil you that I throw away that game. Well, I was not better, but you will see tomorrow if you want to check the video. And nothing. So the link for the other games are on the description. If you want, check it. If you want to stay updated, subscribe, and you will see the other two games tomorrow. The first one is against 2100 FIDE, and the second one against 2270. So see you in the next game.